Hello, Libra, and welcome to the Mystic Messenger. This is your reading for February 2018. And I wanted to tell you about a super blood moon eclipse that happened on January 31st. And this is a lunar eclipse in the house of Leo. It's 11 degrees into Leo. So if you have Leo in your chart anywhere, take a look. And if you have Leo from 7 to 15 degrees in that house, then you will be affected by this eclipse. And eclipses, I like to think, they are our soul contracts. They're getting us back on track to our destiny. And usually big life changes happen during eclipses. So with the solar eclipse that happened a couple of months ago, that started a lot of change. So this is the reward. Lunar eclipses are the reward of all the hard work that you've done for the solar eclipse. So if you haven't started your changes, this eclipse will probably be a little bit more crisis. There'll be a little more crisis about it. So you will begin those changes. And if you have already made the changes, it is the reward for the changes that you have made. So whatever you began during the solar eclipse, you'll see the result of your efforts with the lunar eclipse. Also, let's see, Libra, it will be in your 12th house. I'm sorry, 11th house, which is the house of material goods and social goals. So how it will affect you is you will see some gains. You may see the results of action that you've put towards your love life or recognition. So you may be getting recognized socially for your efforts that you have put forth. So that is what's happening, dear Libra, astrologically for you. Let me find my space here. Call in all the directions, all the planets. What is above, so it is below. And this is a reading for Libra for February 2018. Even though that looks like an ugly card, it is upside down. Usually that's the betrayal card, gossipy card, getting hurt from others. It is upside down. I'll go into detail a little bit more. The Ace of Swords. Death is the ending, usually the ending, not so much a physical death. And the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I love the Wheel of Fortune. Five of Swords. Let's see. We got a little bit of this and that and all over the place. Some positive, some movement, some cleaning up. King of Cups. And that is the heart betrayal card. So it can either be a heart betrayal or if you're grieving someone that has passed over and kind of stuck in the grief, that's the card that can come up for that as well. So let's start at the beginning. The beginning is the Ten of Swords upside down, and right side up, it's very uncomfortable looking. It's betrayal, it's gossip, people talking behind your back. It's when you're really hurt from other people's actions. So this is turned upside down. So maybe you have been catching the gossip or not buying into the jive that people are sending your way. But it looks like you've been able to recover from some negative energy that was put out in the world for you, or you were able to stop it in its tracks, not continue it type of thing. So it looks like you're moving forward out of some either betrayal of the past or something that was really challenging for you. Could even be on the legal aspect, but it looks like some resolution, some completion is happening right about now, and it looks like something you've been working on for a while. So if it could, it could be it started as something negative, so it could be an accident of some kind. It could be a legal matter of some kind, or it could be just gossip between family members, something like that. But it looks like there's some resolution, and that it's a long time coming on this resolution, and it looks like you will benefit from this. And what crosses you is the Ace of Swords. Aces, I like to call it the God cards, are the karma cards. It's when we are on our path really solidly. and starting to learn on a soul level. So this is the Ace of Swords. Swords are air sign or thinking, standing up for what you believe in, but it looks like that you stood up for something you believed in, did not waver, even though people tried to convince you of one thing or another. You followed your heart, you followed your truth, and it looks like a positive outcome has happened from you following either the God of your heart, your intuition, whatever you want to call it. But you stayed clear with your boundaries. These are my boundaries. This is what I'll accept. This is what I won't accept. And you're starting to reap the rewards and the benefits for being a little bit more strong in your words, your beliefs, your actions. So it looks like you're really embracing boundaries that are clear and comfortable. So that will be kind of more of the same for you for this month. But actually, it looks kind of funky, but it is a good set of cards. The Death card is above you here, and this can mean a physical death. There is a King of Swords here, but it feels more like the ending of something, the ending of a situation that you've been working on, the ending of a project. Can even mean the ending of a relationship, friendship, love relationship, family having problems. But it really feels like the ending of something that you have been looking forward to, that ending. So it could be the end of a fight, compromise has happened, but it is the ending of some situation that you have been putting a lot of energy into, dear Libra. So you'll get a little break, it looks like, for all of your hard work. And I know you've been really trying to change your karma, really trying to look at things honestly and put in the effort that you need and pull back the energy when it's not necessary for you to be in the middle of things. So I want to let you know that I see all your hard work, sweet Libra, and you're doing a great job, and you will see the rewards along the way of your due diligence. The King of Swords here is an exalted figure. Usually it's someone over 40. Swords are air signs. That's Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. This looks like someone that had something to do with changing the situation, that was more positive, encouraging, and it looks like mentoring you through some of this. I'm not sure if it's paperwork or politics, but there was some kind of corporate jive or something to go through that this person was very instrumental in helping you navigate, either through paperwork or communication, legal things, stuff like that. So this person was very beneficial to completing this task, is what it feels like. And again, that is an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. It also can stand for you if you have made these big mental shifts. I know that you have been really kind of doing an overhaul of your life. You know, what is necessary, reallocating money for this, moving things around, setting up boundaries. So I know you've been really overloading a lot of, overhauling a lot of your life. So this could stand for you, that you have taken your step into integrity, made your choices first and foremost for your happiness, instead of putting out a lot of energy to other people that are in crisis mode where you're having to clean up their messes. It looks like that has made a shift, sweet Libra, and that you are no longer cleaning up others' messes, just your own. So, and it looks like there was a shakeup over the last couple of months. It could be through medical, legal, but it was a big shakeup that you had to pay attention to. Anyway, so that is the King of Swords, and taking the high road is a wonderful thing. So the Wheel of Fortune is here, and the Wheel of Fortune is a 10. It is a higher card in the deck, and basically it means whatever you put your energy into, you will get paid back tenfold. The world is open to you, so if you put negative energy into the world, you'll get negative energy back. You put positive energy and keep that positive affirmations, then you'll reap the benefits of that positive energy. So whatever you put out in the world, sweet Libra, is what you're going to get back. So keep it on the positive if you can. I turn off some of that analytical stuff, the woulda, coulda, shouldas, and maybe if I did it this way, accept it as it is, perfectly as it is, how it is presented. Change what you can and put positive out into the world, and you will reap the benefits of that positiveness. And with this eclipse coming, as long as you keep it in the positive, I think you'll see the rewards through verbal affirmation, through social work. That is what the 11th house kind of is. So I think you're going to get rewarded over this next month, either verbally or financially, which would be great. For all of us, that'd be great. But it does look like whatever you put out in the world is what you will get back tenfold. The next card is the Five of Swords, and that is a little bit of tumultuousness. That is a little bit of static in communication. It could mean that, two family members are fighting and you decide, I'm not in this fight, and back out of it. But it looks like something that's been going for quite a while, you have decided to pull back from. And just take a look at it. These people can resolve it themselves. Your normal bent is to jump into the middle, clean it up, but then they create chaos again so they can resolve it for themselves. So for many of you that are parents, this can be just stepping back from our children and letting them work it out. Could be family members, could be friends, but it looks like you have chosen to not interact in the chaos that was created by other folks that is really not yours. So that is in the future position. So be aware, if it's not part of your awareness now, since this is at the end of January, that it may be coming up towards the middle of February, from the beginning to the middle of February. So just be aware, step back from it, let them duke it out. It's not your fight. And being neutral to their static is probably the best. So that's what's in the future card, Libra. This is the basis of all this. This is the Seven of Wands. So there looks like there's a little energy where you feel backed in a corner, where you feel almost helpless in a situation. For many of you, it may be a medical situation. I'm picking up a medical situation. Or someone around you that has a medical situation. So accept it as it is. Deal with it as it dictates. With medical stuff, we always try to push past it or try to make it something it isn't. So allow your body to heal. Do not push yourself so far that you re-injure yourself, for those who have physical injuries. But it's something that really you're feeling backed into a corner and don't really have a choice about. The High Priestess is right here, right next to this, kind of backed into the corner. So call on all your guides. Call on your highest self. Find your patience and find your gratitude. Just really embrace the situation. If you cannot change somebody else's ideas, which we cannot change someone else's behavior. We can only change ourselves. So be in your highest creative essence. Don't lower yourself to kind of the lower level energy that's happening here. Rise above it. Speak with truth and kindness, and hold your own vision of your magic and your intuition. Please trust your intuition 100%. It hasn't really steered you wrong very often in your life. So it looks like you're coming more and more and more and more into your magic. You're starting to trust that you're on the right journey, even if it isn't the way that you would have created it. But it really looks like you're coming into your own power. Even though it's a female, it does not depict gender. So for you male Libras, you're coming into your power as well. And being able to tell when something sounds funky, it is funky. Trust your intuition first over anybody else's truth. Anybody else's truth. And that is with your body, your mind, and your soul. It looks like Spirit is steering you in the right direction. But Libra, it looks like you're losing a little faith So don't give up before the miracle happens. Just don't give up before the miracle happens, because there is a huge shift coming. And well, it's already began for you. So with this awareness of being in your integrity and in your power, completing the things that you need to, and taking the high road, you're coming more and more into your power. The Three of Cups is here. Cups are emotions, and the three is balance and jubilation and gathering with friends and family and loved ones and people that have your best interest at heart, that accept you exactly as you are. You don't have to put on airs. You don't have to be anybody but yourself. And it looks like there's more and more social engagements coming as, we shift from winter into spring. So don't be afraid to get out in the garden. Don't be afraid, Libra, to get out and get a little sun on your face. Start saying yes to some of those invitations a little bit more. I know that you may have the propensity to hibernate a bit. And now that we're coming out of winter, I encourage you to start accepting some of those social invitations. The King of Cups is right here. That is an exalted person. Cups are emotions. They are also water signs. So that's Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But it looks like there is a water man. Feels like it's someone over 40, an advisor. Someone has some power over a situation. And it feels like you do not have the control in the situation, and you do not trust this person. This is the heart betrayal. So pay attention to your intuition. If it feels like something's funky from this King of Cups, then it most likely is. It feels like he is presenting himself one way, but is truly the other. So please trust your intuition. If something sounds funky, challenge it right away. Challenge it right away, or ask for clarity if it sounds funny. But it feels like it is something to do with either business or law or medical in some way, but it's a decision that's kind of hanging in the balance. So collect as much information as you can for yourself. If something is presented to you by this king that doesn't feel right, please challenge it right away. But it looks like a possibility of betrayal or lying that could affect you in the future, versus what is presented like they are of high integrity and high morals. So if something feels funny, please challenge it right away, Libra, and get to the bottom of it. So there seems like there is somebody that is telling you half-truths. So challenge it. Even though it's in the king position, the king is usually one of exaltedness, of taking the high road. But this feels like there's a lie in his space. There is a lie that he is not being as honest as he needs to. So that is your reading for February 2018. There's a little bit of challenges, but in the long run, it feels like really trusting your intuition over others' words is kind of your theme. And it seems to be the theme for many, just really trusting in the journey. So let me throw a couple of these chakra cards for clarity over the situation. And we have workaholic and perseverance. Okay, so workaholic we know is not good. Anything aholic is not good. So give your body that rest that it needs. Put in the effort that you need to persevere. This feels like it's on the personal level. It's really time to collect your energy from everywhere that you left it and all that you are gifting it to, and give it to yourself for a moment to resolve the issues that are in front of you now until they are completed. The death card is right there. So that tells me that the end is near. And just keep going. Don't lose the faith. So keep persevering until the completion of this situation. So that is your reading for February 2018, dear Libra. I will be back at the end of this month for your March reading. And in the meantime, live life gently, but with fire. Namaste.